Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Well, we're back here and we've got this thing that almost flies but not quite. Needs some work. And personally, I think this stuff down here is perfectly fine just exactly the way it is. But it needs some help. First thing is I never... Oh, will you stop that? I never remembered to put RCS fuel on this part of it. 150, no, we want as much as we can carry. Put another ladder section on there. Alright, that's good. And since we've got RCS fuel, I think RCS thrusters would be kind of neat. Handy. There. Now, it'll have a little bit more maneuverability. Now, as for the rest of this thing, I think it's time to make a change. Let's detach this. Detach that and get rid of it. Bring this up there like so. Oh, there's something else I haven't put on this thing. The reaction wheel. I know there's reaction force in the capsule, but I'm thinking maybe it could use a little extra. All right. That's looking better. However, I like having that big tank on here. This thing, the FLT 800. So let's get that over here to structural. Let's see, radio. I don't like these things. They stick out too much. I mean, they're okay for lower stages and whatnot, but I want this to have a narrower profile. Okay, ejection force 450, 250, 450. Okay, and of course we need symmetry. 2 isn't enough, 4 isn't enough, 8 of them. Now that's better. Oh, wait a minute. That did not 8. That's 6. Much better. Now, fuel line. Go from here to the central tank, and that way the fuel from these will be used first, and then when they're empty they can be jettisoned so that the ship doesn't have to carry the mass of empty fuel tanks. That's better. That's better already. And of course we have to remember the thing that far likes nose cones, the old aerodynamic thing. Yeah, that's better. Let's get this launch thing and move it up there. Okay, now staging for these decouplers. They need to go up here. And that's wrong. This needs to go up here. And this one needs to come back down here. Wait a minute. Oh. Let's see here. Which one's those? Okay. Alright, that needs to fire after this and before that. That's better. Alright, save this. We'll make this the Lander 2C. It's not the final name, but it's a development thing, you know, just to make sure that we've got something going right here with our development. Something to call it while it's being worked on. Now, wait a minute. There's two there, and you can see that it's this one and that one, but what is this one for? Has it done that thing where when you put in symmetry, one of them comes separate? It's hard to tell. I think I found it. Yeah. This one needs to go up here with the rest of those. Good. Glad I caught that. That would have been unpleasant. Alright. Let's check our crew assignments. Nope, Bill, you're staying home. We're flying this one with the robot pilot. Okay, I will cut to the launch pad and we'll give this a try. Alright, here we are. No unauthorized passengers. Looks like everything's ready to go. What I'm impressed about this thing is look at the total Delta V available, 9335. Now granted, the first 3 stages and probably a good chunk of stage 7 is going to be used to get the thing into orbit. But that's still going to leave quite a bit. Alright, SAS on, throttle it up, and let's go. Nice smooth liftoff. I don't see any roll, at least not yet. Accelerating nice and smoothly. We have some overheat warnings, but it's not critical. will back off the throttle a little bit, but mostly because we don't need this much throttle right now. Pass through 5 kilometers and begin the very smallest start of a gravity turn. I don't care for the way that control seems to be so jerky. It never used to be. Let's turn some more. We have the beginning of a roll. Let's see if I can counter it. Alright. Pitch over some more. Counter the roll again. That is really annoying. Let's turn the lights on so that we can see the thing. Let's get pitched over to 45. Counter that roll again. Okay. Looks like we're doing pretty good. How's our apoapsis? 42 kilometers and climbing. Alright. Switch to orbit HUD or orbit readout. Last asparagus stages are gone. 42 kilometers and climbing and accelerating. Apoapsis is just about up to 70 almost, so let's get on the horizon. Doggone it, it used to be a whole lot more smooth. Alright, let's widen this arc. Push the apoapsis over here somewhere. See, we're up to Mach 3.5. Loads of delta V available on this thing. Might just try to see how far we can send it, just for giggles. You know, a good thorough test of its capabilities. Okay. Doing very nice. Very smooth. Almost done with the jumbo here. In fact, we are done with that, and the little tank on the bottom of it is ready to go. All right. Very good. And the skipper will do the job of bringing us up into orbit and getting us ready for whatever comes next. Now this is a whole lot better, a much better performing ship. Let's pitch up just a little bit. Apoapsis really needs to be a little higher. Okay, it looks like we may very well almost circularize in the midst of at the end of our burn here. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, let's bring the Apo up to 100. Alright, that's good. Now let's put the camera at least approximately back where it was. That business is a camera angle switching like that on me as you climb up into orbit. Ugh. I can't say enough bad things about that. I really dislike that. Alright, add a maneuver. Trusty maneuver node improvement thing. Alright. Let's bump that up to 10 meters a second at a time. Alright, let's step it down to 1 meter per second and make it minus. (100 by 99.9). I'm good with that. Okay. That's 10 minutes out, so yeah, it should be this way. Let's open the solar panels while we're at it. There it is. And for a mere 28 meters per second, we will get a nice circular 100-kilometer orbit. All right. Let's warp around to burn time. A 3-second burn. That ought to be quick and easy. And of course the maneuver node is drifting away from us. So let's get down to 1 minute or so. Oh, this is good. And get realigned. Alright, get down to 3 seconds. Burn at 2 seconds, I guess. Almost time. Alright, that's good right there. (100.5), 99.8. That's pretty good. Alright, and how much DV do we have left? 7.5 kilometers per second delta V total for the entire ship. Our current stage, see, these tanks are mostly full. The center one is full. And then there's these guys and, you know, the descent engine and the ascent engine and the orbital maneuvering / return engine. All right. Well, we don't have anybody aboard, so there's no concerns about anybody missing their appointments or whatever. Shall we send it to the moon? Shall we send it to Minmus? Yeah, let's send it to Minmus. It can be a advanced exploration probe as well as a test of the vehicle. Alright. First, let's switch that to the negative and take that away and get our orbital plane correct. I like doing it this way. I set this thing to like minus 10 meters a second, and it will adjust the delta V, the burn, by that much exactly. And instead of playing let's guess with the pull handles on this thing that keep disappearing on you anyway. All right, 0.9. Step this down to minus 1 meter per second at a time now. And when it flips 90 degrees of what it was, we should be just about on 0, 0. I like that kind of precision. .1. Alright, let's flip the sign and move that back a few. 0.1. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Still, 0.1 is pretty good. I'll take that. Alright, that's negative. So that's going to be... It should be south. Turn around to 180. Yeah. Okay, 245 meters a second, 25-second burn in just under 9 minutes. Okay, warping time ahead. And our first unmanned probe to Minmus will be on its way. I missed the start of the burn by a few seconds, but that shouldn't be too big a deal. Inclination is changing. Of course, we don't have a relative inclination to the target. That would be nice. That's as good as that's going to get. Alright, minus 0.3. Not perfect, but it'll do. Alright, let's close that up, get it out of the way. And let's plot a burn to Minmus. Now, let's see, Minmus is here. It's moving this way. Yeah. Right about there, I'm thinking. Alright, let's flip that to positive. Step it to 100 meters per second at a time. See, we're almost out to the orbit of Minmus already. I'm going to back this down to 10 meters per second at a time. Alright, now this part of it is also cool, this maneuver node thing, because I can adjust the time. With the same precision, I can adjust the velocities in any of the different directions. So, got this at 1, and it's a positive number, so alright, let's step it up 1, make it 10 at a time. Let's keep on. Because there's a moon encounter here that's affecting our orbit afterwards, and I'm thinking if we just keep going. Okay, we're close. Let's step this down to 1. Alright, back up to 10. No. Back to 10. Switch it to minus, bring it back. Okay. Prograde. Let's start subtracting some prograde velocity. Switch that to 1, make it positive, and add some of it back in. Alright, let's make this 0.1 and subtract it. Bingo. We have a minmus encounter. Periapsis 373 kilometers. Let's see if we can make that a little smaller. 266. Let's make this 0.01. That's 402. Let's flip the sign, make it positive, add some back in. 334. 269. 206. 149 kilometers. Alright, one more. It's 103. One more. Minmus periapsis 79. We're getting pretty good here. 84. 117. It went back up, so let's back up one. I'll take the 84. And I realize this is, okay, yeah, the orange path is the one we're going to take. We'll go out past the orbit of Minmus, come around and have an encounter on this side. And all for a measly 904 meters per second in delta V. Not bad. Alright, let's get lined up on our maneuver note, which is right over here, because, well, see, I like this thing with being able to set the velocity and the timing of the burn so precisely. You know, as I've said before, it's a long way from being Transax, but it's cool. It's a lot better than a lot of other ways of doing things in KSP, and it lets you do the navigation by knowing what is happening with the course, as opposed to MacJep's black box. You know, it can do maneuver planning, but it doesn't tell you how or why it's doing it. Okay. We are go for Minmus injection burn in 20 minutes. Let's rock. Warping time ahead. Remembering to stop about 3 minutes out and make sure the maneuver node is still lined up. Okay, it looks good, so we'll keep going. 1 minute 27, so we'll burn at about 1 minute and 14. No, that's not right. 14 seconds plus half a minute, so about 44 seconds. Okay, we're back down to 1x. And we're burning. 904.45 meters per second will take this thing to Minmus. And it should arrive with plenty of fuel. These exterior tanks will be empty and gone, because as soon as they're empty, I'm going to jettison the things so that we don't have to carry their mass. We seem to be holding the maneuver node so far. Correction, we're drifting a little bit. That should fix it. Alright. And ready to jettison the empty tanks. Okay, almost. Side tanks are empty. Jettison. Main engine cut off. Why? There's a staging error. It didn't jettison this stage. Now you see, isn't it nice that we didn't have anybody aboard, and the fact that this thing is going to be hopelessly lost in space, going literally who knows where. I mean, let's have a look at this course. Where is this thing going? It's already achieved escape velocity. It's got a moon encounter, but I think it's going to end up burning completely past it, because the center tank, oh, that's right, I can't find out, but it was full when I hit the thing to jettison these, and that's like half a jumbo. The thing is surprisingly holding together. Yeah, we have definitely got escape velocity. The ship is not going to Minmus. Let's see where it might be going. Well, it's already out past the orbit of Joule. How's that? And it's going to keep burning until that tank of fuel is empty. Apparently, it is, because it has just fallen away. And now our automated ship is on a course that takes it out past the orbit of Joule and even Elu. Alright, let's get rid of that, since it's obviously no good anymore. I'm curious. Where do you suppose we could send this thing? I mean, take a look here. It's got a full load of fuel. It's got a total of 5 kilometers per second worth of delta V. That's a lot, especially since it has already achieved Kerbal escape velocity. And the camera angle changed automatically on me again. Unset target. That thing is not going to Minmus. It's going to do a moon flyby with a 1600 kilometer periapsis, and then it's going to head out into interplanetary space on a course that will take it out past the orbit of Joule. Joule is here right now, so there's no way this thing can go to Joule, because by the time this ship gets up here, Joule is going to be over here somewhere. Oh, get out of my way. Yeah. Well, there's plenty of time. Apoapsis is not for 345 days. So we've got an automated ship. It was originally a test flight, and it did show something that we need to fix in the design. I will be having to triple check the staging because there is 2 stages in the wrong order. But the part of the ship that's in flight now, it's got enough delta V to pretty much probably go almost anywhere in the solar system, especially if we wait until it's out here at Apoapsis before trying to change its course, because way out there it'll take a lot less DV to do it. So yeah, I think that might just be interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think about this and where you think perhaps would be a good place to send this ship. It's an automated exploration ship. There is no crew aboard. It is expendable. So we might as well expend it in the best way we possibly can. First, however, let's make sure it can safely make it past the moon.